Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lachlan, and today I'm here to talk to you guys about Twisted Lies by Anna Huang. I'm so excited to talk about this book. I even kind of, like dressed up a little bit for this video. I read this book in one sitting. It was just so good. So this is the fourth book in the Twisted series by Anna Huang. The first book is Twisted Lies. The second book is Twisted Games, and the third book is Twisted Hate. We meet Christian, the main guy in this book, in Twisted Games. Oh my god, he is the epitome of everything I love in a fictional man. When we met Christian, I immediately knew. I was like, are we getting his book? We have to have his, I was so obsessed with him. He's like that typical, cold, distant, hates everyone but her. He's a billionaire. And so when I heard that this was going to be his book, I was literally dying, with anticipation. So this book follows, of course, Christian, like I said, but also Stella. And they could not be any more different. Christian, again, is that cold, mysterious, broody billionaire. He hates anything to do with love or romance. And Stella is this influencer fashion blogger, but she's also very shy. And she loves plants and she's into crystals. So the epitome of who she is as a person, I love it. I loved her character. But a little bit more about the plot of this book is basically because Stella is an influencer, she ends up getting this stalker person that has been bothering her for years. At one point in the book, this stalker person comes back into her life and she is very traumatized because they were bothering her in her past and she had thought that they went away.
But no, they came back.
And so Christian, he owns this cyber security business. And so he's very big on security. And the apartment that she lives in is pretty secure, but somehow it's not as secure as she thought or as he thought, and so he doesn't feel safe with her staying there. Their relationship is basically he is the owner of the building that she lives in, and so that's how she knows him. And he basically says okay, you're gonna stay with me, and she doesn't oppose to it because she's so freaking scared. And so that is the beauty of this book, is that there are so many corny, cheesy things thrown into this book, but I was so living. I was eating it up. Obviously I ate it up. So she stays with him, and as far as plot goes, that is really all you really need to know, but I'll give you some of the tropes in this book. So it's touch her and you die, literally to the T. Oh my god, so good. That is one of my favorite tropes, and it is done so well in this book. I was just so pleased with how it was done. One of the best tropes in the book. Just saying. The main trope of this book is fake dating, and I love fake dating. So basically she has her social media platform. She's an influencer and she's trying to hit 1 million. So in order to, do that, apparently there's this thing where if you're in a relationship, more people will follow you.
I didn't know that's a thing. I don't know if that's a thing. If that's a thing, I have no idea.
But yeah, so she gets in the fake relationship with Christian to help boost her social media, posting pictures of them together and stuff. And so the fake dating was really cute. Before they go on their first date, I'm not gonna spoil it, but the beforehand was just chef's freaking kiss. Christian killed it. He killed the game.
Anna Huang just killed this book, pun intended. It's so good.
Also, hate everyone but you, 100%. And there's also the caretaking trope, which is done really cute. Oh, it was so good. Boy falls first, which, of course, it's slow burn, but the payoff is so, so good. The slow burn kind of comes to a,
melting point
around the 340 page mark, and the tension buildup up to that point is just so good. And there's a lot of spice in this book, so it's not for the faint of heart. It's very, very spicy. Oh, also this book is dual point of view, so that's really cool. There's also the praise kink. And the last trope that I would say is that there is a lot of groveling, and I am a sucker. A big sucker for groveling. I just say less because My jaw was just like to the floor with the groveling that occurred in this book. Like, it's so good. There are also two really big plot twists in this book. One of them I just completely did not see coming. I was like,
What?
I was just very shook and I didn't know what to think. I was like,
I am like appalled right now.
Another thing is, if you read the Addicted series by Kristen Becker Ritchie, Christian reminded me so much of Connor Cobalt. But like if Connor Cobalt were a little bit like psychotic, you know, like a little crazy. Cause like Christian, he's a little crazy, but it's okay because like we accept him for who he is 100%. The reason I was able to read this in one sitting is because it was so suspenseful. I remember just like stopping. I just like paused for a moment and I was like, okay, the plot of this book is so good. Because like it just kept me wanting to keep reading. It was so suspenseful. I was so captivated and invested in Stella and Christian. I loved Stella as a person because she seemed so real. She was very self-depreciating, and at one point I was like, okay,
Girl, you need to like be a little less self-depreciating.
but then I thought, you know, that kind of makes her character a little bit more realistic. Not that everyone is self-depreciating, but I feel like everyone has those moments, you know? And it kind of reminded me like how hard I am on myself sometimes, because some of the stuff she was saying to herself, I was like, I literally say that exact same thing to myself all the time. So like, how am I going to tell her,
Oh, you're too self-depreciating.
when I literally do the same thing? So I think it's just one of those things where like I saw myself in her, and so I could see like her flaws, you know, if that makes any sense. And I finished this book, and it's one of those things where like sometimes while you're reading the book, you're like, yes, I'm obsessed, I love it. But then you really don't realize how much until after you finish it, and then you're really sad that you finished it. I just started rereading some of the things that I like highlighted because I was just like, oh my god, like I missed them already. And I don't know how to cope. I did annotate this book, of course, because like who would I be if I didn't annotate this book? Because it was definitely a 5-star prediction, but like as I was reading it, I was like,
Yes, 100%. We are annotating this baby.
here's one of my favorite pages. I just had such a good time. I had so much fun annotating, but I also had just so much fun in this world. And it's so sad because this is going to be the last book. I'm so sad. Definitely my favorite of the series, like followed by Twisted Games. Twisted Games really surprised me because here's the thing. I liked Twisted Love, but something was just like missing from that book for me. And so Twisted Games I read not really knowing what to expect, and it blew me away. Like I was like, wow, in love. And then Twisted Hate was really good, but again, not my all-time favorite. But this, wow. And the thing is like the length is like Marion Zapata level. So before I even read it, I was like, I knew it was going to be slow burn. It had to be, right? Because if like they had gotten together in the first 200 pages, I would have been like,
Oh no, this ain't right.
it's a thick book. So definitely had to be slow burn. Killed it. Absolutely killed it. Although they didn't get together until page 344, it felt like they had been together because of freaking tension. Oh my god. Like it just 6 out of 5 stars. So good. This is what my annotations look like. I tried to do like the green, you know, aesthetic. These were my like guides or whatever. I don't know what to do with my life now. Like I think I'm gonna be in a book hangover for sure. Today is actually release day for this book. It's June 30th, and I think I'm gonna read manga because I don't know what to read. I'm actually in the middle of 7 Days in June, which is really good so far, but I think I need just like a palate cleanser, and so I'll probably pick up a manga. Anyway, that has nothing to do with this book, so I'm just like going off topic. Anyway, let me know if you've read the book, how you feel about it, or if you plan on reading it. Like, I hope that you love it. I love it so much. I'm just so in love with Christian and Stella. Like, I sound like a broken record, but I just love them so much. Making it my whole new personality. My new favorite color is green. Okay, I'm so unhinged right now. So, go read this book, please. Also, they are standalones. So like, if you don't want to read the whole series and you just want to read this one, you totally could. However, there are like a lot of cameos from the other characters in the other books, and you're not really gonna like understand the banter and stuff like that, or even probably care about it, because you're probably just gonna be like, who are these characters? But if you don't want to read the whole series, you could totally just like go off and read this one, and it would be totally fine, and then you could go back and read the other ones. Like, it's up to you. Anna Wong says like they are standalones, but they're interconnected, and she's the author, so like she knows best, whatever. So I just kind of realized we were having a bit of a wardrobe malfunction, so please forgive and disregard. But anyway, we're at the end of this video, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, you can leave a little green heart emoji and a butterfly emoji. And don't forget to like and subscribe and turn the notification bell on for my future videos. So I hope you have enjoyed watching me ramble on about this book, and I'll see you in my next video.